from 12 lakh to 40 crore. Aman Gupta's 33,000% magic. A single bet that shook India. Imagine, you make an investment that no one takes seriously. A brand that every other shark at the table rejects by calling it boring, overcrowded, and too common. You are alone, sitting in a room with a few packets of Bhujia, chips, and Namkeen placed in front of you. Cameras are rolling, and all eyes are on you. You wonder, is it wise to put in 12 lakh? Is this the right decision? And then you trust your intuition. 4 years later, the world watches as that small decision turns 12 lakh into 40 crore. A 33,000% return. A return no powerful tech company has ever given. A return Aman Gupta himself says, "This was the best investment of my life." And this story begins with a snack packet. Aman Gupta, co-founder of Boat, whose name today is counted among India's most successful entrepreneurs. Once a salaried employee, then an entrepreneur, then a TV star, and now one of India's most talked about investors. But Aman's real brilliance lies in his decisions. Decisions that the rest of the world fails to understand. When a small snack company named Let's Try came to pitch on Shark Tank India Season 1, the room had a strange atmosphere. Someone said the market is too crowded. Someone said there's no differentiation. Someone said scalability is doubtful. But Aman Gupta had the ability to see beyond packaging. He saw passion, not just product. He saw a story, not just snacks. And perhaps that is why he bet on a brand that everyone else ignored. Let's Try, an ordinary company making homemade snacks, but with an extraordinary story. Its founder Nitin Kalra and his family turned a major tragedy in their lives into motivation. When Nitin's young nephew was diagnosed with thalassemia, the family suddenly began looking closely at the things we all casually consume: chips, namkeen, packaged snacks. They started reading ingredients, checking preservative lists, understanding oil quality, and they realized that the market had almost no concept of clean snacks. On one side, Big Bruts was selling chemical-heavy products, and on the other side, middle-class families had no healthy option at all. That's where Let's Try was born. Snacks fried in 100% peanut oil, no artificial flavor, no color, no trans fat. Only honest food, honest ingredients, honest flavors. At the time Let's Try came on Shark Tank, it was a struggling brand, good products, but limited resources, limited reach, and limited marketing. And this is where Aman Gupta's mind came into play. He invested 12 lakh, bought an initial stake in the company, and 4 years later, that same stake became worth 40 crore. This is not just a success, it is a lesson in how early-stage investing can deliver extraordinary returns. People know Aman for tech investments, boat, consumer electronics, audio devices. But the most ironic thing was that even global tech companies like Nvidia didn't give him such big returns, while a small Namkeen company created history. Aman says, "I don't read Excel sheets, I read founders." And you can see this everywhere in Let's Try's story. Nitin Kalra, once a national-level rifle shooter, used to work part-time at McDonald's during college, where he got only 20 per hour to wipe tables. Later, he was earning a 1 crore annual salary at a multinational company. Everything was fine, but his heart was elsewhere. He knew that India's snack market might be crowded, but it lacked clean, honest snacks. He quit his job, put in his life savings, convinced his family, and stepped into one of India's toughest categories, the snacks category. A category dominated by giants from PepsiCo to Haldiram. Competition so intense that no sane investor enters. But those who have courage always stand out. As soon as Let's Try started, they made two things clear: product quality and consumer trust. 100% peanut oil, no preservatives, no artificial colors, no palm oil. India's largest market, the middle class, wanted clean snacks, but had no options. Let's Try filled that gap. Slowly, Their products started appearing on Big Basket, Blinkit, DMart, Amazon, Flipkart, Zepto, and Reliance Retail. Complaints dropped, repeat customers increased, and then came the biggest game changer, the Shark Tank episode. The day Aman Gupta invested 12 lakh on TV, he didn't just invest in a brand. He sent a message to all of India that the market is never small, only vision is. The other sharks didn't take the deal, but for Aman, it was a gut feeling moment. And that gut feeling turned into history 4 years later, 33,000% return. The internet exploded. People were in disbelief. Some tweeted, even the Indian stock market can't give such returns. Some said, real money is not in silicon chips, it's in crunchy chips. Someone joked, Aman Gupta is the Warren Buffett of Namkeen. And truthfully, though it was a joke, it was also a harsh truth. Early stage investing is not a lottery, it is clarity. And clarity belongs to those who know how to read people. Aman Gupta later told the media, "This is the best investment of my career." And perhaps this statement was even more powerful because it reminded the world that multi-billion-dollar bruds can emerge from India's small cities, small factories, and small kitchens. The journey of Let's Try is not just a story of numbers. It is a story of resilience, honesty, and family values. Nitin Kalra's family worked 16 to 18 hours a day. His mother created recipes in the kitchen, his wife handled packaging, and his entire family was dedicated to the vision of bringing clean snacks to Indian homes. And today, that hard work is reaching every household in the country. This story also teaches us that startup success does not come only from Silicon Valley. Not everyone who invests in Google, Nvidia, or Tesla becomes successful. Sometimes the biggest champions are businesses hidden in India's ground reality. Let's Try proved that even in categories like snacks, food, and beverages, there is massive growth potential in India. India's 1.4 billion population eats snacks. Such a simple yet powerful insight. And where the market is huge, if the product is honest, the growth becomes unstoppable. Today, Aman's stake is worth 40 crore. But if Let's Try brings an IPO in the future, or if large FMCG giants acquire it, this number can grow from 40 crore to 400 crore as well. And this possibility is real, because every major FMCG giant is acquiring clean snacks, healthy snacking, and transparency-based brands in India. And Let's Try has become the most authentic player in this category. Now let's talk about the larger message this story gives to India's youth. First, never ignore a category by calling it boring. India's biggest successes have always come from boring categories. Amul, Haldiram, Nirma, Patanjali, Paper Boat, Parle-G, and now Let's Try. Second, even a small investment, if made in the right founder, can change an investor's life. Third, passion always beats an Excel sheet. Fourth, the future of clean products is very big. And the fifth lesson, impactful investments are found not in noise, but in silence. The success of Let's Try also proves that India's FMCG market is still incomplete. There is still a lot of room for new bradsa. People want healthy, clean, preservative-free options. And it is this need that Let's Try tapped into. That is why today this brand is available everywhere, from Blinkit to Amazon.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.